Okay, I think we can kick off. So, hi everyone, and welcome to our session on the Unreal Engine localization workflow. I'm Václav Kamenček, product marketing manager at Gridley, and I'm here with my colleague Norbert Solnoky, our senior solutions engineer.
Hello, nice to meet you.
And today we'll show you how to localize Unreal Engine projects without manual exports or in-engine updates using Gridley's Unreal Engine plugin. We will go through a full localization loop, including creating and updating source text in Gridley, and of course, pushing updates from Unreal and pulling back translations, all in one automated workflow. Before we jump into the workflow, Norbert, could you explain which Unreal versions the plugin supports and where people can find the plugin?
Oh, yes, of course. We have plugin for Unreal Engine 4.27. We have plugins for the 5.0, 5.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5.6 as well. It's important to mention that we only support with the new features the two latest major versions, like the 5.5 and the 5.6. So the new features, which is about the source string offering, will be only available in the 5.5 and the 5.6.
Okay, great. We won't cover the configuration in detail here, but could you explain how the connection is set up briefly?
Oh, yes, of course. You can install the plugin as an engine-wise or the project-wise, and usually the plugin has been installed to the project itself. So you have to go to the project settings, go to Gridley, and you have to define the connection, which is about the view ID and the API key. You can define more than one view ID for importing the content back into Unreal Engine, because what if you have the localization on a different view? For example, if you use branches, that will be on a different view, but you can use the same API key for that. There are some other settings you have to define. We'll highlight the most important one, which is the combined namespace and ID, because what if you have the same key in different namespaces? In that case, you have to differentiate them, and we build up a solution which will combine the namespace name, which is usually the name of the string table, for example, to the beginning of the key of this string, so it won't clash in Gridley.
Yeah, okay, great. So now let's kick off the workflow with a situation where we have new or updated source text in Unreal that we want to push to Gridley for translation. So over to you, and let me add your screen.
All right, so first of all, I would like to share the empty grid to show you I'm not cheating. We don't have anything in the grid right now. It's completely empty, and now I will go into Unreal Engine and open the localization dashboard to send the content from Unreal Engine into Gridley. So we are over all of the configurations. We have defined where the content has to be gathered. We already over the gather text, so we have all the source strings here. We have to use the export to Gridley to send only the source content into Gridley. If you already have any localization for any language, you can use the export all to Gridley, so that will send the localizations as well. And now I will change my screen back to Gridley.
In the meantime, I can ask what happens if the same key already exists in Gridley? Does it overwrite, or can you track the changes?
Thank you. That's a great question. So if you have the same key, it will override the value what we are sending into Gridley. And this is why I suggest to have the combined namespace and ID. But if in another scenario, when you have the same key, which could mean that you have an updated source text for the same key, in that case, it updates the source strings. And if you have set up the dependencies, it will change the dependency to out of date if it was up to date before. So here we have all the content from Unreal Engine inside of Gridley. In the path, you can see the name of the namespaces. And in the record ID, you can see, as I mentioned, first we get the namespace name, then a comma, and then comes the key from Unreal Engine. I have two tables right now. All of the others are from binary files. We will talk about the string tables in this session. Let me do some localization for the strings we have here. I will use an automation which will localize the content into Polish.
Okay. Before you jump to that, you just push the source text. Can you also push translations from Unreal to
Yes, of
Gridley
course.
users?
Yeah. If you already have localizations, you can use the export all to Gridley. That will push the existing localizations as well.
Okay. Now let's do some quick translations in Gridley and pull them to Unreal.
Yeah, we already have the localization, and I will change back into Unreal Engine. If you use the thank you. If you use the import from Gridley button, this will download all the localizations. So not just a single language, it will download everything that you have in your grid. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And we already had some German localizations as well, as I can see. Here we have all the Polish translation for our strings.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So you can review the localized build almost instantly.
Yeah.
Just to confirm, this flow doesn't upload any source text changes to Unreal Engine, right?
This doesn't. This just downloads the localization. We have the new feature, which is the download source changes. It can be used to update the source from Gridley in Unreal Engine. We have to make this a separate feature because the usual Unreal Engine workflows are about to edit and create the source in the engine and then push out it for localization. But we seen the need and heard our customers that they would like to manage the source text outside of Unreal Engine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So now we fetch the translations. So maybe we can take a look at this new workflow.
All right, let's go back into Gridley. Now I will do a source change. I will change the third record to third updated record, and I will add a new string to this table, to the table A.
Okay.
And now we can go back to Unreal Engine. And download the source changes. The process always do a backup all of your data, and export CSVs that downloaded from Gridley, so you can see what was before and what is the new content. After you have updated the source, you have to do, give me a second to zoom on the screen. All right. So we just updated the source text, added a new source to the table A. It's time to gather the text. As you see, it will prompt us to save the string tables because those have been updated.
Nice. So with this, can you also mentioned that you can add also new content. So can you create also a new Unreal string tables using Gridley?
Yes, of
With this?
course, we can. Yes. We can create a new string table. I will show you in a second. I just want to show you that updated. As you remember, I just changed the third record into third updated record. So the source has been updated. And maybe it was, brand new record here. So the new records also appears inside of Unreal Engine, not just the edited ones. Let me just jump back into Gridley to create a brand new string table without opening Unreal Engine.
But it's great that you can actually start creating new content for features that before they even exist in Unreal Engine, right?
Yeah. This is a groundbreaking new feature. We have to keep the same structure in the record ID and the path as we have. So we have to create a new path. I will call it weapons, and we'll add a new string into this path. I will start weapons sword. I just choose this epic sword from Diablo. Let's go back to Unreal Engine and synchronize down the source changes. And as you see, the new string table already appeared here.
Nice. What a quick way to create a string table here.
Yeah, it's much easier. Yeah, if you have the game designers and game content creators inside of Gridley, they don't even have to open Unreal Engine and do any coding stuff. They can use Gridley, which is a really user-friendly way. Here we go. We have the string, and it's inside of the weapons string table because we gave this name. Not forget to mention that we also added the batch files, so you can download the source changes without opening the Unreal Engine. You can automate everything by just executing the batch file.
Excellent. Another nice addition. So now we have a grid synced with Unreal that we can use to update content easily back and forth to allow basically production and translation pipelines to work without clashes. And prevent unfinished text from being translated or outdated translations from being used. We recommend using branches. Could you show a quick example of how such a branch setup could look like?
Yes, of course. I have to jump on to Gridley. Yep, so this is the master branch. This is the place where we send the content from Unreal Engine. But what if you would like to separate all the localization stuff from this branch? In that case, you have to create a new branch. We call it log branch. I want to include all of the automations. And now the localization will happen here. I'm sorry, I don't know how to write it. Export to Gridley in German. And import from Gridley in German. And as soon as the localization team is done with the localization, you can merge it back into the master branch by going to the right-hand side panel, branches, and use the merge branch. You can merge a branch into any branch, so it doesn't necessarily to merge back into the master. That's just because we don't have any other, we would use the master branch. You can compare the changes, and here we go. Like as on a file repository, you can define that which you would like to merge, which you would like to exclude.
Mm-hmm. Great. So this way, localization vendors, developer teams can work in parallel. And then to identify what is up to date, what is out of date, and needs work, we can use views, right? Within those branches.
Yeah, there's another way, there's another separation level that you can use. If you don't want to use the branches, you can create a new view, create a new collaborative view. I will make this look view. And we apply a view filter to show the records where the German is empty. So we'll only see the untranslated German, untranslated records where the German is untranslated. Okay. You can add the filter on the statuses as well. By using the statuses, you can create a QA view where the quality assurance team can check the records where the localization is finished, and they have to do the last step by the proofread.
Okay, great. So I think there we have it. That's the full Unreal Engine localization loop. I hope you find it useful, and thanks a lot, Norbert, for the walkthrough.